Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. Lily Dialect here with another team preview for the upcoming week of the second SCDA Premier Ball season. Today we're going to be playing versus Ted, also known right now in this league as the Mono Water player. He's a very interesting team, pretty powerful team for a Mono type team in general, but then Mono Water is pretty much always going to be one of the best Mono types to play in something like this. The breadth of good mons you get access to is just very high. You can see right now on your screen, I've already got my roster for the game all set up. Doing a little, well, we promised Chad that we would make Espeon carry, and that is the plan for today. Expanding Force Espeon, by nature of this being a Mono Water team, doesn't really have any resistances. He actually doesn't have any defensive switch-ins to my psychic moves, so side spam seems like a very reliable plan here. The biggest threat is probably Tapu Fini. It's got Misty Terrain, and that obviously suppresses our ability a bit to freely spam Expanding Force, but that's fine. We've adjusted for it. The roster that we're actually facing here, Ted has a Dracovish, Tapu Fini, Gyarados, Pelipper, Barraskewda, Swampert, Tentacruel, Walrein, Seaking, and Wartortle. Of these mons, the obvious threats here are Dracovish and Tapu Fini, Barraskewda as well, Pelipper because of the rain. Gyarados I'm not as afraid of. The team we're bringing is not at all weak to Intimidate. In fact, it probably actually wants to be intimidated because I am bringing 0 physical attackers today. And beyond that, Tentacruel's high special defense would be threatening except for the fact that we're spamming psychic moves. Pelipper and Barraskewda is actually probably one of the scariest things here because it's very difficult for me to outpace Barraskewda. That said, Timid Sceptile, with Seed proc for Unburden, does outspeed Adamant Barraskewda in the rain. But setting aside that, general plan of the team, very straightforward team actually. We have the weakness policy Espeon, figure at +2 Expanding Force should just tear holes through things. We also have a Choice Specs Tapu Lele. It's got Dazzling Gleam to help do spread moves and turn it into side spam, just to break, potentially break both things open. Psychic as well, just to absolutely slaughter things. And then Thunder and Energy Ball to really break through the bulkier types here with benefit of coverage. Energy Ball will obviously make mincemeat out of Swampert. Thunder will obviously just destroy Pelipper and Gyarados. And it's just it's good mixed coverage because if he tries to run either Wakan or Window Berries, it lets us in like potential games 2 and game 3 play around that once we have knowledge. Espeon has a pretty simple set. We've got Protect, or rather Detect, Expanding Force and Psychic for double stab, single target and spread, and to also operate in Misty Terrain, and then a Grass Knot. Obviously, just good coverage here. Breaks through Spadef Swampert, which we otherwise might struggle with a little bit, and it's just generally good coverage here. Magic Bounce, don't know how much use we'll find for it, but it could come up. Sceptile is one of the most important monsters in this matchup. Obviously, we're facing a Mono Water team. Grass is going to be, Grass, pretty good typing in that situation. Very interesting set that we're running though. We're running max speed Timid with Unburden to potentially outspeed Barraskewda if it's not speed nature. And our moveset is Leaf Storm for offensive presence. Pretty much nothing in his team can take a Leaf Storm, so he can't ever ignore Sceptile basically. We've also got Breaking Swipes, very good to kind of limit the capacity of Dracovish to fuck with me while chipping away at it, putting in a range of things. Brutal Swing to self-proc Espeon's weakness policy while also getting chip and breaking potential sashes. And then Low Sweep for speed control. It'll help make sure that Espeon and Tapu Lele can outspeed the things they need to outspeed. I'm fully expecting to bring a lead, probably do a lead Lele Sceptile for the initial games, and just kind of see where see where that takes us, really. Actually, I'm going to skip over to the other partner for Espeon, which is Scarf, Choice Scarf, Devil. So Foxy Woxy here, very heavy dark set, but not really many dark resistances, and we're not really using this thing for its firepower anyway. It's got Snarl to essentially limit the ability of this various water-type special attackers to be too threatening. And really, even though there's not much bulk invested in them, with Snarl support, Lele and Espeon can take hits from special attackers. Knockoff can also help remove Choice Scarf, such as on Dracovish, which essentially lets us kind of act as speed control, because Choice Scarf Dracovish can be very scary, but if it loses its Scarf, he doesn't have anything else to really support the speed beyond Pelipper Tailwind. We also have a double dose of pivot moves and Parting Shot and U-Turn. Parting Shot, obviously an excellent move in general, just cycling the stat drops, helping position threats. U-Turn is carrying double weight here, where it opens up a potential option to lead Espeon Thievul, or if we just get them in battlefield at the same time, and Thievul can actually U-Turn into the Espeon, and then bounce into Tapu Lele to essentially let us get off the boosted expanding force and just punch holes and things. Rounding out the support core, we've got a Blastoise, kind of a basic set. We've got Rain Dish, we got Leftovers, we got Max Physical Defense. We've got Fake Out, Icy Wind, Yawn, and Helping Hand. Fake Out, Icy Wind, Yawn, Speed Control, Status. Pretty basic stuff on a lot of bulk. The bulk should hopefully let us switch into Dracovish a couple times, or switch into Barraskewda pretty well. And then Fake Out will give our threats the space they need to actually kill things. Helping Hand here, so that just boost up Tapu Lele, Dazzling Gleams, and Espeon Expanding Forces, make sure they kill everything. And then Yawn, it can force switches out, letting us get in our threats for free. That's going to be the big thing. It's just if we can get our threats in for free, he doesn't really have any defensive tools to inhibit them once they're on the board, beyond trying to read an expanding force and swapping in Beanie. Rain Dish also, like if there's rain up, should let it just soak hits pretty well with sustain. Not a lot of offensive power, but it's Blastoise. We need support somewhere. Our last move, a little bit, almost seems out of place against Mono Water, but it's useful here because we have nothing else that needs a Focus Sash. So we're gonna give Volcarona, Moth Mommy here, a Focus Sash, and just use it as a last-ditch redirector / offensive threat / burn spreader. Like I said, Scarf Dracovish and Barraskewda and Rain are probably the two most threatening mons for me to face. They threaten my threats exceptionally well. I don't have great resistances to their Water Stab beyond Blastoise, which is why Volcarona's here. It can potentially come in the back, and if we get our threats set up, Rage Powder can essentially give our threats free space to actually kill something, just beat a Dracovish or Barraskewda. And against slower things like Swampert and stuff, obviously Giga Drain against Tapu Fini, Giga Drain can just really help punch holes and make sure that our threats that otherwise might not OHKO them do get through. And then Will-O-Wisp, just a very good thing. Spreading Burn. It's mainly here for Dracovish. Against Barraskewda, we probably just want to click Giga Drain. But yeah, between that and Rage Powder, Volcarona can pull a lot of heavy lifting here, and it's even possible that just in getting hit, Flame Body always gives us a shot at just really taking something like Dracovish or Barraskewda, not like out of the game, but really inhibiting their ability to threaten my Pokemon. That's pretty much it, though. We didn't do a lot of fancy calcs for this game. Volcarona's just max speed, max special attack. He's got a Focus Sash. Blastoise is almost max HP. There's like max HP and almost max Phys Def. A couple points in speed, just to break some potential speed ties. Sceptile, max speed, a little bit of special attack investment, and then enough HP to survive a Barraskewda Ice Fang. Espeon is calc to 153 speed here. That lets it be faster than Neutral Nature max speed Tentacruel, which is like the most important speed breakpoint to hit. And then it's max special attack modest, I think. Yeah, max special attack modest, with a few points thrown in HP to hopefully let it take some hits, and just so it's gonna get chunked. If we self-proc weakness policy, it does get chipped pretty freaking hard by either Brutal Swing or U-Turn, despite the fact that we've minimized our attack investment on both of them. So yeah, just we don't want it folding over to like random speed control. It might take like it might be able to take like a Hurricane or something from Pelipper, but yeah, SPN doesn't have great bulk. Lele is also calced for similar speed breakpoints. 1 point different for some reason, but I think they're the same level 50. But yeah, it's Lele's timid, hits similar speed breakpoints. Max firepower is choice specs, just it's got a few points in HP, but it's really just here to break holes and things. But that's pretty much the team. We're probably going to be playing Ristet here pretty soon, so hopefully it's an exciting matchup and it lives up to the prep. Beyond that, I suppose I will see everybody in game.